All right, Kenny gave me the assist.
This is a bad idea. I'm just warning you now. This is going to be the first and last trip this has ever been done.
So for the first time, I'm taking the kayak from the Sebastian Canoe Launch, which is near 95, all the way to the ocean. I just had this idea. Most people go to WinPro. That's about 5 miles to there. That's a tough day, but this is more than double that. So we'll see. If you don't hear from me again, you know what happened. All right, pick me up at the beach in about 6 hours. So in this beginning part, I just got to really worry about alligators because they're very territorial and there's not a lot of room back here. Even manatee could flip you over. So, but the further down I get, the wider this will get. Uh-oh, bubbles. I'm sure. Oh boy, can fit through here. No bridge. Limbo boy world, all around the limbo world. So in here is all freshwater fish, gar, bass. The further down we go, there's going to be snook, tarpon, redfish. And then as we go further, there'll be jack, as the water gets more salty. So I did bring this floating spear for just in case the alligator tried to attack me. So now that we're past the canopy, I could put it in the rock holder where I could grab it. Let's hope I don't need it. Here's my first alligator. Oh boy. Oh, and now he went under. All right, let's pick up the pace. They're sneaky. They'll go under and they'll come back up right next to you. Maybe we're deep enough where I cannot use the pedal. This way I could go faster. This week on National Geographic, we are in search of the elusive Florida saltwater alligator. Alright, now we're getting to the part where it's getting a little wider. The water's probably getting a little more brackish. I don't have to worry about logs underneath that's gonna get stuck on or anything. I think it's deep enough now. But still the beginning. It's a long way to go. I mean, I think by like a straight line it's like 9 miles. I never went this far before. So we'll see. It'll be a good day. It is beautiful back here, isn't it though? It's one of my favorite spots, but I wouldn't come alone. Well, I guess I did, but I wouldn't. Again, that's a little secret spin-off river. Lots of alligators back there. And lots of those Mayan cichlids and stuff like that for fishing. So the other thing about this paddle is there is no safe place to get out of the kayak to go to the bathroom. You have to figure out a way to stand up in the kayak and go. The other thing is, now that the sun's high in the sky in Florida, everything has to be covered. These are these pull-up sun leggings like the mailmen use to not fry. And I even had to get sun gloves because everything fries here. You're out here all day, everything fries. So, and you have to wear the face gaiter. It's the only way, or else you're going to end up with melanomas. And I literally was feeling my skin frying while I was in the kayak. As a matter of fact, these little vents here, my feet fry and these end up looking like a zebra. So sometimes I wear scuba socks over these. So when you see me that looks like I'm bundled up, it's not cold here. It's quite the opposite. I'm just trying not to fry in the sun. So when you're going through here, you always got to look in the trees for wildlife and stuff. And look what I found. That's a $15 Yozuri right there. I gotta get that. So the wind's starting to pick up a little. This is the wider part where there's usually bigger alligators, usually like 15 footers, but I don't know, they've never bothered me. I think as long as you don't let them sneak up on you. So we'll see. Now the challenge is I got to get to where I'm going before the thunderstorms come. But that's going to be a really fun video. All right, now I'm entering the main St. Sebastian River where it's really going to open up wide. They do all the skydiving from, so all day you usually see a lot of skydivers around here. I really should have started a lot earlier. I should have started first thing in the morning because it gets hot and then the afternoon thunderstorms. But I didn't decide till last minute, so I'm kind of stubborn, so I went anyway. But I haven't seen anyone else out here all day. Not many people do this. So there's a bunch of parachuters coming down. I know things look farther away on the GoPro, but should be able to see them. There's another one up there. So this flag here, this is Dale WinPro Park. This is normally where I get out. There's a boat launch here. So what I do is I leave one car here and go back to the kayak launch. So when I first moved here, I thought I invented this idea of going from the canoe launch to Dale WinPro Park. It's like a 4 or 5 mile paddle. But then I found out that some kayak groups do it. So I'm like, man, I thought I invented it. That's not special. So now I'm not getting out here. I'm gonna continue on and double the length of this paddle to get to the ocean. So here's the boat ramp. So I'm gonna continue on. There is a public bathroom there though, if you had to go. All right, so right now I'm at 6 miles. I've been paddling and 2.5 hours. So it's a really good time for paddling a heavy kayak. But this is now, I'm just passing Donald McDonald Campground. And as you've seen, this is the boat launch that I launched from like 90% of the time to go fishing. So when we launch here, we usually paddle down and around and go up the North Fork of the river up to the dam, all the way back up to the C54 dam. But I'm not doing that. I'm continuing from where I started, and I'm gonna try to cross US 1, cross the Intracoastal, and get to the ocean. So I don't know, I think I might be at the halfway point. I don't know. We'll see. This is, you know, a first, so I wanted to do it. All right, stay tuned. There's a little island out in the Intracoastal. I should be able to stop and stretch my legs and have something to eat or something, so stay tuned. All right, this is the bridge that the Bright Line train that goes from Orlando to Miami. This is the one it goes over. I'm still paddling. Alright, I had to put my Yak Attack flag and light up because I'm going to be crossing the channel pretty soon. There's a lot of boat traffic, and hopefully they're not just looking at their instruments. Hopefully they'll see me. I do have an ear horn though on the side there, so just in case, put that up. It's a little hard to see, but that's Outrigger's restaurant. They actually have good clam chowder, good New England clam chowder. I was surprised, but they only have it on Thursdays and only after 3 o'clock, which I learned the hard way. But it's worth it if you can get there. Now this is the US 1 bridge. That's the Sebastian Town Line right there. This would be might go over here. So this is the Route 1 bridge. This is one of my favorite fishing spots too, underneath this bridge. And then after this bridge is the intracoastal waters, to where I gotta be careful because heavy boat traffic, all the yachts come through, all the boats. I think there's an island or two out here I could stop on, stretch my legs, but I gotta cross this before this comes. Oh, there's a still. Oh boy, I gotta hurry up. See it? Yeah, I gotta hurry up. I gotta cross this before the thunderstorm gets here and I see it. Alright, so there's an island over there, but that one's a little out of the way. Uh-oh, here's the channel. I gotta get out of the channel. Oh great, there's another thunderstorm. And there's an island over there. The inlet is straight across, but I have to stay out of the channel or I'm going to be a speed bump. Okay, so there's the island I was going to stop at because my legs are starting to cramp up at this point. I'm over 9 miles paddled. There's a thunderstorm cell, rainstorm right there. There's one right there. And there's one out there. And I have to cross that boat channel, which is like I-95 on the water, to get to the inlet. And the inlet is at the ocean. It gets out to the ocean. So I'll stop here for a little. Hopefully these giant thunderstorm cells don't catch me. Just staying really quick, and then I'm gonna shoot across. What could go wrong? The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. For the courage of the fearless Drew, the kayak would be lost. You know, if I started earlier, I would have already been there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cross now because I got to get to that island before this storm cells get closer. I'll ride it out there. Even the boats are leaving now. The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to return soup at a deli. That was grand. shit. Damn. Man. Getting here just in time. So, storm's coming this way. There's another one that way. I have to get over there, across the Intracoastal. So, and that's also the boat lane, the boat channel. So that's probably not the best idea. I gotta think about this. Alright, maybe I could hide from the storm in here somewhere. This looks nice. Cozy little retreat. Oh, here we go, a picnic table. I'm all set. Oh, and a fire pit. All right, I'm leaving the island. I'm gonna try to get across. I'm at about 10 miles, I think 4 hours. So let's get across this channel. On the channel now. Look both ways. Alright, it's getting choppy again. I just gotta hope these boats or these jet skis don't get too close to me, because the waves will probably do a job, but I'll be alright. Get in there. Problem is the north, the wind is going to the north and I'm heading east, so the waves are hitting me on the side, which isn't good, but we'll see. A big sea turtle just came up next to me, looked at me and said, "What are you, stupid? What are you doing out here?" It looked a lot closer than it is. Alright, I'm almost there. This is the sandbar where all the boats come and hang out right before the inlet, which gets to the ocean. We call it the Redneck Riviera. They come out here with 30 packs and just hang out all day in the sandbar. So I obviously can't go out the inlet with a kayak because most boats can't get out that inlet. It's so rough. So I'm gonna put in here at the inlet, and the ocean is just on the other side of that bridge right there. So I made it. I'll check out the total distance and time when I actually get to land, but I think I'm safe here at this point, which is a good thing. This is Sebastian South Inlet. So right there after that bridge is the open ocean. Looks like we made it. And each other all the way. made it. Don't try this at home, kids.